Okay, so I don't know, this is the first video. I don't know how to make a YouTube video, but who cares? This is, well, the first lesson where, I don't know, I just teach some quadratic graphs. Anyways, so what is a quadratic graph, you may ask? Well, it is the function that when the x has a maximum power of 2, like x² plus 3x plus 2, x² plus 2x plus 1. Fun fact, it is a perfect square because you can just square it, it will become x plus 1 squared. So basically, a quadratic graph is when this is the highest power is 2. Or indices, whatever you call it. Okay, let's go with how you should be knowing what the heck out word is a quadratic graph. So these are the three main coefficients. A, which is the coefficient or what you times to the x squared. B is the coefficient which is what you times to the x. C, like yourself, you are isolated, man. So basically, let's just talk about A. A is very easy. A is like, you either smile very proudly or you're very sad. So if A is a positive number, then A is just going to be a very smiley curve. And if you continue to increase A, the curve will just become smaller because the value of y will be just increasing as fast as possible when A is increasing. And so, let's just jump back to when A is a negative number. When A is negative, it will be a frowning curve like when you received your math result. Certainly you won't be so frowning when I teach you this. So basically, this curve, when A is a negative number, when A continues to decrease to negative 10, this curve becomes smaller because y is decreasing at a faster rate. And continue to decrease. If I increase the value of A from negative 10 to a value that is smaller than 0, the curve will just become bigger until it becomes a straight line, which A equal to 0, you get a random number, which is just a horizontal line. Okay, let's get back to another question, which is what the heck on what is a B? B is the coefficient of x. When A equals to 1, which is just a quadratic curve of x squared, you put B here, it's just gonna make the curve go a circulative motion. Basically, the turning point or this point is just gonna move. So if I put B equals to 2, for example, A equals to 1, right? The turning point will be negative 1 and negative 1. How do you find that? Well, it's actually pretty simple. When A equals to 1, you know that it is x squared because the coefficient of x squared is 1, which is basically 8. And when you find bx, which is the x basically, the b equals to 2, so it's just 2x. So they're the same. And you factorize it, you'll just become x times x plus 2, which you get. When these two are at the value y equals to 0, you get the two, well, basically the two roots of the function, or basically the two values when y equals to 0, x equal to negative 2 or x equal to negative 0. I don't know how to call it, but sure, 0. So, how to find the turning point? The turning point is pretty straightforward. I call it most of the time the mean theorem, or just find the average. Given a value y equals to, given a value, for example, y equals to for example, y equals to, for example, when you get y as, well, when y is a horizontal line, like for example, when y is just a horizontal line, for example, y equals to 2, you get these two values which intersects, the 2 points which intersects with the curve. So get the two values. Basically, you get the x of the larger x, you get a smaller x, which is a negative something, negative something, is a positive something, something, something. And you may observe that, wow, they got the same decimal places. So you just to find this point, basically what you need to do is step 1, you plus them together, you plus 0.073205 and also negative 2.073205, you get a value of negative 2. Then you divided it by 2, which you get is 1. So when x equals to 1, that is the turning point. And you know the turning point is negative 1, plug in the value into the curve, you will just get x equal to 1, y equals to 1. That's how you find the turning point. So, you know that the b is just moving from this to this to this to this. A is just this. Is so boring. Is there really much of the quadratic curve? Not yet. There's another thing. It's called C. The C is very simple. You should know it when you start learning graphs and functions. C is just the y-intercept. It is the point or the y value that intersects with the y-axis. So every single time when the chart gives you is when you have a function ax² plus 2x plus 3, what is the y-intercept? Don't be such a dumb to actually think that, oh, I need to plug in the value of 0 and then I solve from this to that. No need. Just know that the y-intercept is always the c. Any value is always the same. For example, x² plus 2x plus 3 is 3. x² plus 2x plus 2 is at 2. x² plus 2x plus 1 still at 1. Basically, just look at the rightmost area which don't have a value, that will be your y-intercept. Where x equals to 0, that will be the y-intercept. Anyways, this is the most simple basic understanding of what is a quadratic curve.